Greetings, people. Another day in the life of a Jamaican. Today, I want to discuss the current pandemic, where I believe that the Jamaican public is becoming more so numb to the reality of the situation. Now, when the pandemic first arrived in Jamaica, we had just a few cases. There was a lot of panic, and you would realize that there was an incredible amount of caution being taken by people in avoiding crowds, and at inspection points, securities were very careful. Now, I noticed that there's a trend in the opposite direction. And of course, initially there were cases of persons violating the curfew, having a little party here and there. I remember there was this one case where this young man had to apologize publicly for his behavior. I think he was dissing Andrew Holness. And there are other cases where persons got a slap on the wrist for having social gatherings. Now, you would have been aware of the case of Usain Bolt and his party, and the fact that quite a number of people have to go into quarantine because of that situation. But persons are pretty much tired of staying at home and not being able to freely move about as they would like. I like to move around as I would like as well. I would stay in the office late at night because I work best at nights, but that's something that I can't do now because, curfew is now 7. It was 11 and now it's back at 7. But what I want to discuss here as we travel from Barbican to Pricesmart, I noticed that there is a significant difference in the approach of security guards at points where they check temperatures and ensure that customers are wearing masks. And I've noticed this at Ship Me, at Brooklyn Supermarket in Halfway Tree, Pricesmart, Fontana Pharmacy, and even at UA. Now, the case that really gave me a spark, and I thought that this was really interesting, and it demonstrated that now persons are going through more of a routine than anything else, was the case where I was at Ship Me, and they check the temperature and stuff before you're able to pick up any packages, and the security guard was checking my temperature using the laser thermometer thingy that they have, and she pointed the thermometer, what she believed to be at my hand, but the thermometer was actually pointed about 1.5 inches at the space beside my hand. So it wasn't even pointed at my hand. She was so distracted talking, and instead of focusing on checking the temperature to ensure that my temperature is fine and it's okay for me to go in, the monitor just beeped and she was like, "Oh, go ahead." She didn't at any point in time look at the thermometer screen. So my temperature could have been 100 degrees, 103 degrees Fahrenheit, and she would have just allowed me to go on in. And the second point is that she didn't even measure my temperature because the pointer was aimed at nothing. It was 1.5 inches to the left of my hand. Then I started to take note of the other locations that I've visited to see if they are, consciously focusing on properly measuring persons' temperatures. And I noticed that not one single security guard even looked at the temperature monitor to see if the temperature was within the required range. They just measured and just say, hey, go. I think that they've been doing it for so long that it just becomes a routine for them, and people just want to be back to normal again. I think that now we may see a little bit more aggression in the approach, given that today we had 240 cases or 245 cases, the most in any day. So it is going to be spreading quite rapidly, and persons are going to go back into panic mode. But had we been consistent in our approach as we were at the beginning, possibly this could have been avoided. Anyway, that's my take on the little situation here. Have a good day, everyone.